at some point for you, you were like, man, like, I don't know if I can keep sacrificing the way I'm sacrificing, but you had to find a way. But when was that point for you?
I'd say probably the second year of business, like there's levels to it, like, and you probably get reminded of that every time you reach a new level. It's like, man, this feels heavy again. It feels like you got to push the rock up the hill a whole nother time, and most of the time the rock is heavier. It's harder to do.
Right.
There's more obstacles, in your way. But the second year of business, I remember like, kind of getting a foundation where it wasn't just two of us doing it, right? And, you get to a point you start investing in more employees or help to be able to help you, push things forward. And then you have a whole different set of circumstances, right? And you're like, dude, is this ever gonna stop? Like, right? The first time, because you think like, I made it this far, now I have 4 or 5 people to help me do this. And you somehow think the problems will go away because you got people around you. It's like, no, it's just different problems. And I think when you settle into the fact that like the problems will just change, and as you recruit different talent to solve different problems, right? Like, I never imagined that I would have a person like you or a person like you on our team, because in the beginning I couldn't have seen how that would be so useful. Right? But like, as you go through different challenges and you have unique things that you want to be able to create, you need unique sets of skills that allow you to do those things. And, doing those things allow you to be viewed different, positioned different in the marketplace, because not everybody's crazy enough to hire a guy like this. Not everybody's crazy enough to have the vision of how somebody like you would help our company in the way that you have. And it's, being able to have that vision, it really takes, being put to the test in different circumstances to be able to even see that it's possible to be able to put those skill sets to use inside of a paving company.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, like our position, like specifically us, you can't, there's no 1, 2, 3 step process to like the success that you're finding with the pavement group right now. And like, so it's kind of hard, I feel like, to even communicate that to other people that are looking, because a lot of the stuff that you do and the way you build the business and the brand is organic. So for someone else to copy our model, the only way to truly do it is to also do it organically. So there's no like formula. I mean, there is, it's just being real. Did you always have that kind of mindset, or do you think there was a shift for you that it was like, I'm forcing too much, I need to just let this happen?
I always had the ability to attract people. And I don't know where that comes from. It's just like, I always found, the people. And I have a gift to be able to see things in people that most people don't see, whether that's the inquisitive nature of how I communicate with people, but it's like asking questions, or maybe it's that people feel comfortable enough. Like, our first meeting, like, you just kind of opened up and said like, dude, I've been praying about something like this for a while, and like, whatever made you comfortable enough to express that, like, that's how it's happened for me my whole life. And so, I am also crazy enough to like listen to every opportunity, right? Where a lot of people are more square peg, square hole, this is how this is supposed to work. I'm gonna force it to be that way. And for me, I don't ever force things. Like, I really look for character, personality, like the person first, because anything in life can be taught. I mean, in 2010, I couldn't have told you the difference between asphalt and concrete. And that's proof that, anything in life can be learned. It doesn't matter if it's marketing, if it's video editing, if it's, asphalt and concrete, any technical skill can be taught. What you can't teach is teamwork, collaboration, the ability to get along, the ability to mold as a team. And like, I see that, man. I knew that you two would be like the best of friends probably before you did, right? Like, I just knew it, man. And like many people in the office. And by the way, I'm trying to pick people I can be friends with.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to come to work with a bunch of people who are super talented that I can't stand. Like,
you know what I mean?
That doesn't work,
100%.
right? And I think people sometimes hire for talent and they don't look at the character or the fit, all those things that are most important.
Right.
And they mess it all up, man. It's like, if you can get advisory to help people learn skill, you can't get advisory to teach people how to get along with each other.
Right.
That's the difference. It's like how you were raised, your background, the adversity you faced, all of those things go into making up the person. And if those things, if you can relate to each other in that aspect, then you got something special. And the rest of it will be learned by trial and error, right? By making mistakes, by trying things that don't work, by getting frustrated and overcoming that, right? It's like, your ability to sustain is what makes a person, it's what makes a company, it's what makes everything work.